Hi, I'm Arkush for ChicagoSunTimes.com as we review the Chicago Bears' 31-15 loss on Monday night to the New Orleans Saints. And unfortunately for Bears fans, they completed their national embarrassment, their last primetime performance of the season, 1-4. Can anybody remember the big comeback against the 49ers the second week of the season on Sunday Night Football? They've lost 4 straight on national TV since, and this one was ugly. Now, I don't think much more was expected after all the silliness that led up to the game, pregame, during the week, the problems with offensive coordinator Aaron Kromer, the handling of the situation by both Mark Trestman and Phil Emery. Prior to the game, a strange 5.5-minute rambling diatribe on the Bears pregame show on their flagship WBBM News Radio 780 as Phil Emery said a lot and said nothing and gave us little indication of what was going to happen next. But what happened on the football field was truly unfortunate, and this time Jay Cutler, probably the worst performer out there. Just a 55 quarterback rating through 3 interceptions. Now, in fairness to Cutler, he was running for his life a good part of the night. He was sacked 7 times. When he wasn't sacked, he was hassled. But the bottom line, he also missed a number of receivers, and the old Jay Cutler body language came out as he repeatedly seemed to be calling out his offensive line, receiver Alshon Jeffrey, and other players on the field. It was just a bad night for him. Another problem for the Chicago Bears, with no Brandon Marshall, it became pretty obvious that Alshon Jeffrey is a number 2, not a number 1 receiver. Targeted 9 times, only caught 4 passes. We don't know if Cutler's right, if he was running the wrong route or not, but he did not have a good performance. And Marquise Wilson, 3 catches that averaged 5.9 yards a catch. That got Earl Bennett released last year. Not sure what it means for the future of Marquise Wilson. Defensively, some of the guys showed up. Jared Allen, Jeremiah Ratliff, big performances up front, not enough pass rush, but at least you could see they were out there going for it. The young linebackers, particularly Christian Jones and John Bostic, they may not have been assignment sound all night long, but they did make a number of plays. We do have to keep in mind this was Drew Brees on an almost perfect night, a 137 passer rating, 375 yards of passing and 3 touchdowns. But the secondary has to let that happen. And one young Bear, Kyle Fuller, has not rebounded since September when he was the NFL's Defensive Rookie of the Month. He continues to struggle. He did force a fumble against the Saints, but was taken to task a few times by both Jimmy Graham and Marcus Colston. At the end of the day, it was just a truly unfortunate performance that led Mark Trestman, the head coach, to say afterwards in his media session, "I wasn't good enough. The rest of us weren't good enough. We're just not good enough right now." Hopefully that will not be the epitaph on these 2014 Chicago Bears. 2 games to play. Next up, the Lions in a very meaningful game for the rest of the NFL. Bears fans have to hope that the Chicago Bears don't embarrass them and themselves again. That's it for this report, but for the best in sports 24/7, stay right where you are at ChicagoSunTimes.com.